I don't want to teach you the left hand of part A right now. I want to go on to part B because it has our greatest challenge of the piece, a long arpeggio. And here's the beginning of part B, phrase 1 for the right hand. Right hand is playing an ascending A melodic minor scale, even though this scale does not begin on A. If you look at the notes that are being used and you remember your different types of scales, or if you look them up right now, you'll see that an A melodic minor scale is officially called ascending, and it has a raised 6th and 7th scale degree. And when it's officially called descending, it has a lowered 6th and 7th scale degree. Here is A melodic minor ascending. And here is A melodic minor descending. I'll play it upward, even though it's officially called descending. You can see it in either direction. These names, ascending and descending, can actually be pretty confusing, and you'll see them in different ways in an actual musical context. So it doesn't always matter what direction it's actually going, but it does have those two names. So we had the keys of the A melodic minor ascending, and we just started on the 5th note of the scale instead of starting on the tonic. So I recommend fingers 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. After this, we're going to have a string of measures that all have little ornaments on them. We're going to use the same fingering that I taught you in part A, the 1, 4, 3 fingering, where you get your fingertips close to each other. You get finger 4 on the upper note, you get finger 1 and finger 3 on the main note, and you're going to be needing ornaments on these keys. There's an ornament on B, and here's a little trill on A, and we're also going to have a little trill on E. You could get used to those before we go on. B, A, E. I will now add the scale that we already did and these 3 little trills. The trills are on some non-chord tones for the 2nd and 3rd measure of the phrase. We have this trill on B, and then we're going to be playing the notes of an A chord. See how that's A and E? Those are notes of an A minor chord. And then you can, when you let go of finger 2, close your hand very slightly and play with fingers 4 and 3 to do our appoggiatura again. Pretty. The 3rd measure has the A trill above an E chord. So again, the A is going to be a non-chord tone to an E chord. E chord usually has E, G sharp, B, and it always has it if it's an E major chord, which is what this one is. So we're going to start on that 4th note above the chord root, play the 3rd of the chord, the root of the chord, and then we're going to squeeze together again to help us get ready for the 4th measure of the phrase. It's going to be finger 3 on F and finger 2 on E. So this is the 3rd measure of our first phrase of part B. I'll go back to the beginning of the phrase now so you can hear 3 measures in a row. A ascending melodic minor scale to start. fourth measure will be on an A minor chord, and so we're actually not going to play a trill on an odd chord tone now. Now we're playing a trill on the fifth of the chord. And then you play the third of the chord and the root of the chord. To help get ready for the beginning of phrase 2 of this section, we'll close our hand and play 3 on B and 2 on A. To test the entire phrase with the right hand, I touch the E key close to middle C because I know that's going to be the next note that I'll be using in the context of the music. You are allowed to let go of the note right before the trill if it helps you close your fingertips up and get ready for the 3 notes of the little trill. So if I was feeling insecure in my technique, I would let go of this high C, close my hand, have a big pause to train myself, let go of the finger 3 here, have a big pause to get my fingers ready, now you know what you need to know to play the first phrase of Part B of Chopin's Waltz in A minor. Good luck.